Well, I can feel how much you're feeling right now from up here. And I can't imagine being in the place that you are, because I think back to the people that were around me when I was struggling the most, and how much it affects the people that are around you just as much as you know. That's my experience looking back. And I would say you're from the sound of your voice and from where your heart is and from how I feel you from here, you're doing the best you can. And that's the best thing you can do, and you're there with love and you're there with support. For me, I found for my own self, just people actually being there and knowing that they were there was the biggest thing for me, because when you're struggling so much, and I will not at all with any of myself try and conflate my experience with your child's experience. There's no way. They're the same thing. You're there, they're safe, they're supported. I think you're doing everything that you can. It's a process, right? I don't have an answer. I just have a lot of love that I want to give to you from here.
Okay.
Yeah. It changes, right? That's the thing. It doesn't stay the same. It changes. And if they have art with them, and they have that outlet of art, that is incredible. And I'm glad they have the healing power of art with them. Okay, last question. We'll stop.
Tanse and Tawau, Serena.
Hi, Tanse.
I am so happy to be able to be in your session today, but I noticed you didn't talk about your family.
Great.
And
yeah, you did. Are you going to go there, right, for the last 12 seconds? You're going to put me on?
but what I want to
you
connect
noticed
with,
that.
yes. What I wanted to mention or to ask is, like in my family personally, I have a son with autism. Mm-hmm. I have a son with depression. Yeah. I am proudly on meds. Mm-hmm. I have been, this is my 39th year as a teacher.
Wow, amazing, amazing.
Going for 50.
Yeah. Incredible.
But I grew up in inner city Edmonton, mm-hmm. and so throughout my career, they always gave me the students that had challenges, that needed love. Yeah. And so I just wanted to know, when you, through your schooling, did you have friends that also were going through things that you bonded with, or did you feel like you were the only one?
Yeah, a lot of the time I did feel very alone in school. And what I was going through wasn't ever really something that was talked about. And a big thing in my family was really not talking about things. So it's very interesting that you bring up family right now at this point, because that's something that I'm kind of diving into myself with my new keynote speech. It may take me a long time to write. It might just be a book. But yeah, you know what? I did really feel like I was in a bubble a lot of the time, and I felt like it was in a bit of a silo. And that's where I found like the most healing always came from music to me. Mm-hmm. Right? Like I started performing at legions and bars and motor hotels when I was 8 years old. Yeah. And the connection that I had with music from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, it was like big, and I felt this healing and this way of connecting with people through music that I had never found with anything else. Because like the woman who spoke before you, sometimes art is the only way. There's not a linear, conscious way of explaining how to heal sometimes, right? Yeah. Because it can be throughout generations behind you of this lineage of pain and so much stuff. My family story is outrageous. Outrageous. So I always found that music gave me that place of healing and then connection too. Like that's kind of how I've built my medicine in my life, has been through music, and so important. Yeah.
I know, as I was growing up, like I was the quirky personality, and
that word, right? Quirky.
Yeah, quirky. And same thing. I sing. I'm on choir. When I was in school, I'd put on shows for the school with my friends.
Yeah.
And so I know, like, and my kids now, like, we do prayers with actions. We do songs.
That's beautiful.
And my class is the choir every year.
That's amazing.
Thank
you so much for sharing that. That's beautiful, and I appreciate that question.
When they heard that I was going to meet you, they were so excited.
I love that.
Hugs from my kids.
Big hugs. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your conference. Lots of love.